morning, everybody. This is Jeff, the business guru, coming to you from downtown Malaysia at the moment, about to fly back to the Philippines. Sadly, they had a big earthquake back there, and a lot of my people have been displaced. No one's been hurt, luckily, but I'm going back on Sunday to see what we can do to help out a bit. But I've got a wonderful guest today, and he's from Toronto, of all places in the world, and his name is, I hope I get this right, Shiraz Baboo. And Shiraz is his current title is an unusual one, Reality Interventionist. Right? He'll tell you all about that in a moment. His company name is Energetic Magic. He's been in the coaching industry for as long as he can remember, at least a minimum of 15 years. Brief description of his business: entrepreneurs hire him to build a consistent six-figure plus income that they can count on. Right? It's all about systems, guys. And before they're done with falling short of their income goals, feeling invisible no matter how hard they work, and watching less qualified competitors get all the clients. And how true is that? You know, because they've cracked the code of their nervous system. So I help you create reliable income, become the go-to expert. Nice. Everyone notices, and consistently sign high-quality clients ready to pay in full. And that's always nice when they pay. Bottom line, you can finally break six figures and stay there. Key achievements or projects: he's won an award just very recently, a Gentleman of the Heart Award for 2025. Personal motto or philosophy: don't be afraid to be the happiest person in the room. I like that. That's a new one. I like that one very much. Interesting fact about himself. He didn't tell me that, but he's going to tell me later. And it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage Mr. Shiraz. How are you, sir?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
Doing great. Big start to the day. Just had a nice breakfast. I'm ready to go.
All right.
Tell us about your journey and what inspired you all those years ago to start out in your career path where you're at now. Tell us the beginning. Where did it all come about?
It came about because I developed rheumatoid arthritis at the age of 22.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was in every single joint in my body. I was bedridden for weeks at a time. I was constantly in pain. And I just had to live with it because I tried various things to get out of it, like medication, changing my diet, using supplements. Nothing seemed to help the arthritis. And that just became my life for about 18 years. And finally, I heard about a program that was being offered over in India called combined therapy, where they said they had successfully cured arthritis and cancer and diabetes. And I'm like, if this place can do all that, why aren't they world famous?
Yeah.
And but I thought, okay, let me go try it. And I flew over there, worked with the mentor for weeks, and all he did was ask me questions about my life. All right. And I thought he was going to do some sort of revolutionary procedure or possibly energy work like Reiki kind of thing.
Magic wand, yeah.
Yeah. But all he did was talk to me. And then after a few weeks, he said, well, here's the problem. You believe you're responsible for everyone in your life.
Yeah.
I said, no, I don't. He said, I know you don't think you do, but from everything you've told me, your life story, you've created this belief that you need to be responsible for everyone. And I said, okay, I know I'm a responsible guy. I don't think I'm responsible for everyone. But even if that's true, what's that got to do with arthritis? There's no connection. And he said, no, because you don't want to be responsible for everyone. It's too much work. I said, of course. And if you're lying in bed in pain, you don't have to be responsible for anyone, and you don't have to feel guilty about it. If people see you struggling to get through the day, they're not going to ask you to take care of them. So your arthritis isn't your problem, it's your solution. And I'm like, that's messed up. Like, I have no cartilage left. My bones have deteriorated. I walk like I'm 85 years old. And he said, but your mind does not care about your physical circumstances. It cares about your emotional circumstances. It's trying to help you avoid guilt, shame, and overwhelm. And you feel guilty whenever you can't help everyone. So I thought about that and I said, okay, let's say you're right. Then all I have to do is say I'm not going to be responsible for anyone else. And then the arthritis should just go away. And he said, yeah. If you believe it deep down that you don't need to be responsible for anyone, you don't have to feel guilty if you can't help certain people, then you don't need the arthritis. So I said, okay, I'm not going to be responsible for anyone else. And the next morning I woke up and there was no pain, there was no inflammation, I had more mobility. I'm freaking out because it's been 18 years of trying this drug and this diet.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when I learned how reality works. For any consistent problem in your life, that is a solution for an emotional problem you're not looking at.
Yes.
And when you fix the emotional problem, the physical problem just goes away.
I think you've got to be open-minded, and like I say, and like you went looking for solutions, and you finally found one. So it's pretty awesome story.
Thank you.
What's been the most challenging aspect of your actual work, and how have you been overcoming that?
The most challenging aspect is where people say they want change, but they don't actually want change.
Yeah, right. I like that.
Right?
I know it very well.
Yeah. And so I get a lot of clients and they want me to change them.
Yeah. No.
Except all I can do is guide you to the thing in you that needs to be changed, and then it's on you to change it.
You've got to do some work. I can only show you direction. I can't walk for you. You know, I can't walk around the block. You want to lose weight and you've got to walk. I can't walk around the block for you, can I?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, so I get it.
And so, the way I've solved it is I don't work with people that are struggling.
Yeah.
I work with people that are frustrated.
Yeah, nice.
Struggling,
big difference. Big difference. Yeah,
it's a huge difference. Yeah.
I try and find out why they're struggling, and it's normally because they won't invest in themselves, either money or time, and they won't do the work. Like I tell them personally, they go, "Oh, Jeff, you go to webinars at 3 and 4 in the morning. I wouldn't do that." And I say, "No, my friend, because you're not prepared to do what it takes."
Yeah.
I go to those things to learn. I'm always learning.
Yeah.
I'm a lifelong learner. Tell us about an important moment in your career that helped change your direction. When did you pivot and why?
It's actually funny because even though I learned these techniques, I didn't start a business doing this and helping other people. I just went back to where I was working. I was working corporate, helping design and project manage software systems.
Yes.
I worked for companies like Oracle and Accenture, Blue Cross. I actually worked for the government of Australia for a while.
Wow.
So, and so while I was doing this and practicing these new techniques, one of my friends says, "People will pay you for this." Yeah. And I was like, "No, they won't. This is just a hobby. This is just something like it cured my arthritis, sure, but it's not something other people are going to pay for." And she's like, "No, people will pay you good money for this."
Yes.
So I said, "Okay, I'm going to charge $100 an hour," which I thought was a lot at the time.
Yeah,
I've since learned different, and let's see if anyone pays. And people started paying. And I went, "Oh my God, this could actually be a business." Mm-hmm. And then I started to fall in love with the results people were getting, the transformations.
That's when
and I'm like, you know what? This is what I want to do.
So you found your passion, but you haven't got a job. So you people out there watching this, when you find your passion, guys, and keep looking for it, you haven't got a job anymore. It's like someone takes a couple of big weights off your shoulders.
Yeah.
It's an awesome feeling. In your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that have contributed to your amazing success? What do you believe they are?
I think it's that I'm just determined to get where I want to go. Right? So I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get the results I want. And I'm willing to fail over and over and over again to get those results. Yeah. And a lot of people, they have 1 or 2 failures, then they'll stop. Right? So.
Yeah, but you're also authentic. We had a good chat earlier, and you were very authentic, and you got empathy. And that's what you need to understand. You've got to understand your clients, understand what the problem is. You can't solve it until you understand it, right?
Yeah.
And that's where the empathy part comes in, which you've got in spades. And of course, integrity. They're all part and parcel. Tell us about a recent project that you're particularly proud of.
I just did a 3-day event called Impact Makers.
Wow.
And it was that, and there's an industry term, 3-day event. So it's not just that it's 3 days, but there's a whole structure to doing a 3-day event. And it's the first time I've ever done one. And it went really well. And the impact to the audience was amazing. I've done events before, but everyone just seemed profoundly changed by the end of the event. And it just felt good seeing the faces of the people, like they had these major breakthroughs, and I knew they were going to start living different lives. So,
Yeah, nice. It's, yeah, you got an awesome job where you can change lives. I mean, even changing one life's awesome, let alone doing it on a regular basis.
mhm.
Tell me, how do you personally stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? What's your secrets there?
Uh, for me, it's having the impact on the world. So while I can do these techniques, a lot of people think you've got this gift. And I say, no, it's not a gift. I researched this, I studied, I learned how to do this. This is a skill.
Yeah,
And now I've been starting to train people in this so
nice.
that they can go out to the world and share
Do
the
similar.
technique. Yeah, because the technique itself, you can get a major shift in someone's belief system in as little as 5 minutes.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
And they've got to want to change, don't they? You know, this is the thing.
you have to want to change. Yes.
Yeah, they've got to want to change. They've got to sort of put their hand up and go, I'm getting close to burnt out or wherever I'm at. I see so many people, who could certainly use your help. And but a lot of them just won't listen. And it's so bloody frustrating, you know.
Yeah.
It's sort of like being outside looking in, and you can see the problem, but they can't see it, And it's
Yeah.
they're trying to get it across sometimes. I find that a bit frustrating sometimes. What advice would you give someone's just left school, a 20-year-old version of you, and he comes to you and he says, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my life or what I should do. What should I do? What would you tell that person?
Be happy.
Absolutely.
So it's really follow what your passion is, what lights
Follow your
you up.
dreams. Yeah, follow your
Yeah,
dreams.
and because a lot of people don't realize that they can get paid for the thing they love to do most.
Absolutely. If you like gaming, get better at gaming and be a gamer.
Yeah,
If you're a blogger, be a blogger. Influencer, same deal. Coach,
yeah.
coach.
Well, I remember when I was a kid and my parents were like, you play a lot of video games. You're not going to make a living playing video games. And now there are video game tournaments where you can win $100,000 in the
Right.
prize money.
And this guy's making millions by inventing games.
Yeah,
Look at the. I'll give you a one that you played with when you were a young boy. Remember Space Invaders? Whoever invented
yep,
that? What would he have made? Unbelievable. You know,
yeah.
it's still
I
played
actually, I
today.
actually,
Pretty cool
I
game.
actually built some video games and had them up on the App Store for a while.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tetris, another good one. They're just.
yeah,
I must say that they're a bit addictive.
yes.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
yeah, you want to. I got one on my phone at the moment, and I kid you not, just to relax, I would play it about 40 minutes every day. It's
Wow.
like a pool game, like snooker, pool game,
Okay.
and I'm always trying to beat my previous scores. And funny enough, it's
Yes.
interesting about consistency. When I first started, I was getting scores of about 3,000 and 4,000 regularly.
Mhm.
Now I get scores of 30,000, and that taught
Wow.
me the value of practice.
Yes.
And go over it and go over it and go out, continually trying to improve.
Hmm.
And I've got a thing now, if I don't get one of my scores when I start, if I don't get a score of over 20,000, which is pretty hard to get, uh,
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to play anymore for the day. That's it. So
Okay.
if my first game for the day, I get less than
Yeah.
20, I'm disappointed. I told myself, you can't play anymore because you didn't achieve your goal.
Okay.
And that's a little fun thing that pushes me along, right? Just for fun,
Mhm.
right? Bit of relaxation. Um, you're at base camp at the moment. You're still climbing that mountain. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
For the future, it's to really bring these concepts to the world so more people can live the life they want,
Yes.
guilt free,
Yeah.
and improve my own happiness.
Yeah. Nice.
I think that's really what, like, there's that song, "What the World Needs Now Is Love, Sweet Love." It When people really start to love themselves,
Yes.
that
But that's the
that's
start,
when
isn't
their
it?
lives
That's
change.
that's 100%. That's the starting point. You
Yeah,
can't love others until you love yourself. But that's
yeah,
a starting point for sure. And guys, I believe, right or wrong, you won't be happy every day. Some days you'll get up and you won't feel it. But
mhm,
give yourself a break. Don't beat yourself up. There's always tomorrow, and don't be frightened to take half a day off or a day off. Go to the beach, whatever. If you're self-employed, go to the beach and relax, and come back tomorrow. I do it sometimes. I just veg out and then I come back and work harder because I say
Yeah.
I feel a little bit guilty that I took a day off, you know. So I come back and work harder, you know. But I love it. I haven't got it like you. I haven't got a job. I've got a passion. And
Yeah.
guys, I can only stress if you can find that passion, you'll never work another day in your life. And I tell people, don't make money, make memories, make a difference. Make a
Yeah.
difference. That's what you're doing. You're making a difference, which is fantastic.
Thank you.
Tell me, what's the best way, Shiraz? What's the best way for people to reach out and have a 15 minute? Can they get a 15-minute chat with you for free and have a talk about how it all works?
No, but what you can do is on my website, energeticmagic.com. I do a free workshop every single month
nice.
where you'll learn exactly what I do, and I will interact with the people there to shift some of their beliefs on the spot, just so you can experience it.
Yeah, very nice. That's on your website, correct? And
yes.
We'll be putting that on all across all the different social media channels, guys. You'll be able to find the website. Once we put this post up, you'll be able to find the website in all aspects, particularly under YouTube with all the links. And before we let you go, we can't let you go without finding and wrapping it up with a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
A fun fact about me, I still watch cartoons in the morning when I have breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like my dad. When I was growing up, my dad was roaring with laughter every morning. I thought, what the hell is he? And I look over what he's looking at. He was laughing at Roadrunner. You know how Roadrunner always beats the code in there. Big rocks fall on his head and all that sort of stuff. He gets blown up. And my dad would be roaring with laughter. You know.
Because if you're going to start your day with laughter. So I watch cartoons and I have a great time.
Yeah. Any particular favorite?
Oh, there's so many. I watch so many cartoons now, but I was surprisingly amused by. There's actually a series of Puss in Boots.
All right.
On Netflix. It's hilarious.
Now you're going to make me go and look at Puss in Boots, aren't you? I'm going to go and have a look. I like humour. You know, you're smiling and laughing. You know, I was telling people when I met it, and they were dead serious. We were talking about death, and I said, not a good subject, but anyway, I was talking about it, and I said, oh look, guys, when I'm dying, I'll be on my bed with, say, ridden with cancer, heaven forbid, whatever, and I said, I'll be laughing and smiling. He said, laughing and smiling. I said, yes, because you want me to be sad. What's the point?
Yeah.
Keep laughing until the end.
Yep.
You know? And something interesting, guys, I never go to funerals, never. Because luckily for me, not very many people I've ever known have ever passed. I've been very fortunate so far. But my idea is I want to see you laughing and smiling. I don't want to see a body with, makeup on in a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I want to remember that good memory I had of you, you know.
Yep.
That's my memory. Anyway, my friend, thanks for being on the show. And guys, if you want your 15 minutes of fame, reach out. Think about it. A TV commercial is going to set you back about $20,000. What happens? People jump up, make a hot dog, they grab a beer, or they go to the toilet and miss the whole darn thing. Or you have 10 radio spots. Congratulations. What they'll do, they'll play them at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when people are asleep. But come on, 15 minutes of fame, and we'll work together. We'll make a mini movie all about you. It's evergreen. You post it all over social media. We'll do the same and potentially put you in front of hundreds of people. And then the rest is up to you. Once again, any last words for us, Shiraz?
Just my motto. Don't be afraid to be the happiest person in the room.
Fantastic. I love it, my friend. Thank you very much.